Guten Morgen, day 117, and I'm leaving the Story Spring shelter and hitting the trail at 20 till 8, good early time. So I'm going to do, looks like I'm not going to make it into Manchester tonight, Sunday night. Can't find anybody to split hotel with, and I'm not going to pay full price for a hotel again. So I got the reservation, like I said, for the hostel on Monday. So I'm going to make it a good, easy day tomorrow. I'm going to do 18.4, I think, today. Get to the last shelter before Manchester Village, or Manchester Center, and call it a day. And hopefully I'll get there before it starts raining real hard, because it is supposed to start raining around 2 p.m. the last I looked. I haven't updated the weather, but it's going to rain today. So a lot of people are running for the towns. Bye. I'm really glad I got all that cold weather clothing and gear back, because right now it's 54 degrees in the town of Manchester Center. So it's probably around 50 here right now, and it's chilly. So it was below 50 last night at the last low. It was cold. But that new hammock, that new top quilt I got, man, I was toasty in that. Very comfortable. So I slept good last night. I'm pretty happy, Okay, I just came up the Stratton Mountain Fire Tower on top of Stratton Mountain. This is nice, it's glassed in. But let me do a 360 view here. So down here, that's the caretaker's cabin. That cabin and this tower are listed as on the National Registry of Historic Places. Not sure what lake or body of water that is. But this is the highest peak in Vermont. It's marks the halfway point, give or take, I think, on my trek for today. Maybe it's a little less than halfway, actually. It's 11 o'clock, almost exactly. Okay, well, I'm starting my descent from Stratton Mountain, and I hung out there longer than I intended to, but that's all right, because I had a nice chat with the older gentleman there who, with his wife, are the caretakers and staying at that cabin 5 days a week. So chatted with him about the trail and what to expect up north, and I ate lunch, kind of, sort of, whatever constitutes lunch, and so I'm making my way down to the Stratton Pond shelter. All right, for those wanting more scenery, this is typical in Vermont. Appalachian Trail crosses that pretty little stream there. And you see how wet it is, and it's still wet. Big mud puddles, but that was a pretty spot right there. I'm going to pass the Stratton Pond shelter. You see the sign there behind me. The AWOL AT guide says it's 0.2 west, but gut hooks makes it look like it's even further than that. So it's a nice shelter. It's should be. Got a caretaker, $5 fee to stay there if the caretaker is present, and it probably will be. But, and I wanted to stay there, actually, I did. But you know, at this point the mileage just isn't working out. So moving on. The next one is the Douglas shelter in about 5 miles, and then there's a shelter after that, both of which I'll be passing also to get on into town. All right, I made it out onto Stratton Pond. It is quite lovely. Very nice. So the trail's going to follow this a little bit. And over there is Ava, the caretaker for the pond and the shelter. So I met her. Pretty neat. Somebody made a sign out of sticks here. 3/4 of the way, or 1/4 of the way if you're going southbound. That's pretty cool. Here's a view from Prospect Rock, looking down on the town of Manchester. This is Spruce Peak Shelter, and it's like a cabin. That is really nice. Sleeps 14. This is where I was going to stay tonight until I got a room at the hostel. All right, I am in the Green Mountain House Hostel So taking a shower, got cleaned up. Still need to wash clothes. It's 8:40, so getting close to hiker midnight. I'm soaking my feet right now. Epsom salt bath. This is a really nice hostel, and I'm kind of struggling. I really want to stay here, zero here tomorrow, but I think I'm going to try to get out and do a Nero. He offered to just take me into town, and I can hitch back to the trail. Otherwise, he ferries everybody out at 7:30 a.m., and I am not going to be ready. I'm not going to be ready. So, got a lot to do this evening. Internet is very slow, so I don't even know if I'm going to upload any videos. The next time I zero, or the next time I even get off trail, I think it's going to be Rutland. So, Rutland, Vermont. And I'll probably will zero there. So, and I think I got all the food I need for that. So, what else? That's it. This is Wagner von Bonderweg. Guten Nacht. Hey, guten Tag. It is 2 o'clock, 2:07, day 118, and I am at the trailhead. So, a lot happened. So I was a flurry of activity again this morning, primarily with Ultra shoes. Let me just give you a quick update. So that I got that blowout hole. I did my best to repair it. I'm gonna see if I can show it here. Right there, you see I got a tenacious tape patch covered by a duct tape patch, which is already coming off. That's definitely not going to last. Didn't think it would. And then there's actually KT tape on the inside, which is kind of a joke. But I went to online and I found how to do a warranty replacement. I filled that out and it said you get a response to the warranty inquiry within 5 days, and then you got however many days after that to actually process the warranty. That's not going to do, so I called customer service and I explained the situation. And the guy ended up, making a long story short, the guy ended up sending me an email with a code. He said, go online, order you another pair of shoes, put in this code, and they'll be free. So 3-day shipping. I'm having him shipped to the next hostel I'm staying in Rutledge, the Yellow Deli from the Trail Tribes. So I plan on, I'll be there Wednesday night if all goes as planned, and they should arrive Thursday. So I sent him an email back saying if you can get those out the door today, they'll be there for me on Thursday for sure, and everything's going to be great. So I just hope that these are defective and the next pair doesn't wear out like that too. But if they can last me 3 days, I'll be happy. Plans for today, a little fluid. I think I'm going to go to the Peru Peak Shelter. It's a caretaker attended shelter. It's 10 miles up. That'll get me there about 6 p.m. and that's about all I can do today. So that's the goal. Hopefully there'll be a spot there for me. Bye. Hey, I'm back on trail about an hour later than what I thought I was going to be back on. Jeff from Green Mountain House Hostel dropped me off downtown to hitch a ride to the trail, and pulled my poles out of his vehicle and noticed that I had broken a tip again, just like I did coming into Damascus. So I had to walk a few blocks farther up into town to go to an outfitter. Fortunately, they had in town that distributes for Licky poles, and they said they were going to charge me for the tips. And but then she looked. I have a spring that went bad. Long story short, again, I got a new set of lowers under warranty with the tips. And she was going to charge me for the baskets, but I said, I don't want the baskets. So, yeah, no charge. So that went right, but it did cost me about an hour. So, but I got a hitch from there. I only had to walk about a block, and this nice gentleman here in town gave me a ride to the trail. So, yeah, it's a very trail-friendly town. So that's good. All right, I have made it to Bromley Mountain. And this is some kind of observatory up here. Pretty interesting. Bromley Tower. You can pause that and read it. Oh, that's a ski lift. Okay. So, yeah, you see the pulleys and stuff over there. So now I got to figure out which way the trail goes. But Beautiful views. All right, I'll do a quick 360 from the ski lift. Sweet. So that's actually the Ski Patrol warming hut, and I just read in the AT guide I can stay in there tonight, and it's nice inside there. But it's a little past 3:30. I'm gonna push on. I'm gonna have faith that I can get in the Peru Peak shelter. I passed a shelter. That's pretty neat. I passed a shelter, Bromley Peak shelter, about a mile and a half back, and there were a couple of ladies in there who used to be used to be caretakers in the area. At least one of them was. And she was kind of pessimistic about my chances. Oh, golly, this is not a nice part of the trail. She was pessimistic about my chances of getting in there tonight. So, I don't know. I'm a little worried. Okay, I made it to the Peru Peak Shelter, but I tell you what, this is a terrible time. It's after 6:30. I thought I'd be here at 6, based on the 2.5 mile an hour pace. So I did worse than 2.5 miles an hour. It is just muddy and messy and hilly, but hopefully I can get a berth in the shelter.